He could
But-
also block with the monkey here.
Okay, it really depends if your feeling is that Friedrich has nothing.
And Friedrich now is going to block up. And it looks like he's just happy to eat those servo tokens up.
Yep.
Chomp
So-
them up for dinner now. And across rumbles the ether herder. And it's going to slap Friedrich around some for 4.
Friedrich is actually quite flooded. He's only holding a land.
Oh,
This
yeah.
this draw step is going to be crucial.
So what has he found? What has he been able to get off the top of his library here? It is a non-land. I did see that. Is it a Scrounging Bandar? It's Kujar Seed Sculptor. Ooh, and that's some juicy green grass here. Putting that +1/+1 counter on top of that Inventor here, which now becomes a 5/5 hexproof. The undisputed king of the battlefield here. Doesn't have his goggles on, but still is ready to have a swim.
The problem is 5 is not 7, and he even if he draws the goggles, he will have 6 points of damage. He needs somehow a combat trick, a pump spell, if only to threaten yourself and to say, look, I might be killing you with this attack.
So the Eagle taken out of commission by this pacification array, and the Pima Outrider not having attractive attacks at the moment. Viva following things up now with the SRAM, Senior Edificer. He's got 2 of these in his library. And is there a follow-up play? Yes, indeed there is. A Scrounging Bandar of Viva's Zone. So we saw Friedrich with one of these cards, and now a second Cat Monkey coming into play. 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Threatening to be distributed to another creature at the beginning of Viva's next turn. As he chucks those wrenches around.
And Fabian doesn't have much, and you know what the problem is?
Tell me what the problem is.
The automaton.
Oh dear, yes, the Aegis Automaton, which has just been hiding out there, just been chilling. All of a sudden, we can start activating this.
I was wondering if Friedrich should have blocked the automaton when he ate a 2/2 servo token.
I
Because
don't think it attacked.
I think it attacked, yes.
I don't think it did. He was on. I think he was on 14. I think that Vifa left it back.
Okay, then never mind. But anyway, it's going to threaten to return the eagle and just pump his whole team once again, and that could just be lethal.
I mean, that's so slow though. That's 10 mana for that whole effect there. But
2
still,
turns. 2 turns.
2 turns, says Simon Gertzen. Well, we'll see where these 2 counters go.
The automaton is actually amazing against Friedrich's deck because Friedrich relies on these non-trampling attackers to get the job done.
So the Pima Outrider now picking up those 2 counters and going all the way up to a 5/5 trample here.
Vifa doesn't have much respect for his bandars.
No.
They-
Doesn't like him. Chuck him straight away. Get that out of here, he says. I mean, look at this little thing. What's it doing? Stealing with its tail. It's got its snoot and all sorts of stuff.
So what is Vifa's game plan here? I think he wants to make it difficult for Friedrich to tap down his creatures. So Friedrich wants to tap down the eagle on the one hand, but now he's also forced to tap down the outrider because he doesn't have a good block for it.
So across comes the eagle now. Friedrich going to be knocked down to 7. Doesn't have an answer to that. And a follow-up play for Vifa here as well. This is a nice one. This is a great little buffer for his life total here. And you see on your screen, Durable Handicraft. Is this a card that is going to be of some relevance soon?
I don't think so. The 6 mana ability seems pretty much irrelevant, and Friedrich has not been doing a good job drawing creatures. So, and even if he does, it's only a small boost.
So the old Gavany Township effect is not at its best here, as we can see. And that looks to me like an implement of ferocity. We're going to see the... oh, geez, look at this. Another +1/+1 counter here for this Bastion Inventor and a card for Friedrich. This is touted as your favourite implement now.
Yes, it is.
Best card ever printed.
Not quite, but it's up there.
So Friedrich now with an extra card thanks to the cycling of that little implement there. And he's played a forest and a bit of a sad shake of the head for you here, Zimon.
Look what we've talked about. We've talked about evasion. It's on the left side of the board. We've talked about trample. it's on the left side of the board. We've talked about combo tricks. I don't see any. You know, Fabian's deck this game is not putting up anything that Viva would be concerned about.
So Viva having his eagle tapped down by the pacification array, but he doesn't care. He's sending the rest of the squad in. Look at this. Some squad goals for these 4 creatures as they get into the red zone. Friedrich has given the opportunity now to line up his creatures in defense. See Kuja Seed Sculptor jumping in front of the 3/3 here. Is he going to take 5?
He doesn't have much choice.
We see the Pima Outrider return to the hand with the Aegis Automaton here, preventing it from being eaten up by that hungry hippo in the Bastion Inventor. And Friedrich knocked down to 2. So all the hexproof dudes in the world are no good when you're having your face smashed in here.
Yeah, now Friedrich will just be sitting there with a single blocker and the array, which means he's taking lethal if he doesn't have something absolutely amazing here.
So he checks in with the top of his library. What can he find? I think 2 cards remaining in the hands of the German here. This is it, all or nothing. Is this going to lead him out of the woods, or are we going to have our second finalist here at GP Prague?
YKV.
As we see now, Friedrich slowly considering it. Could be the biggest slow roll we've ever seen here. Oh, look at that.
The fake
out. Oh, look at that. The mind games. Getting up in his brain zone here. Friedrich, 2 mana. Tapping down the Aegis Automaton.
Okay. And
I can smell something on the wind here.
And the lethal attack.
Is it going to be the lethal attack, or is it just the world's biggest fake out? An island in hand. Look at this. He's tapping everything. He's extending the hand, and that is that. Yusuf Kemal Vifa finds his way into the middle of GP Prague. He's done very, very well indeed, and you can see very happy indeed to be facing down the greatest challenge yet. Paula Vita Damata Rosa waiting for him, the final boss. Simon
Takes no
Gerson.
prisoners.
Absolutely.
2-0, 2-0, and he's been waiting for an hour.
Yeah, look at this. He's raring and ready to go here. And, but look, congratulations to Fabian Friedrich coming all the way to the semi-finals. He's done incredibly well to make it this far. But our finalist, Yusuf Kemal Vefa, of course, he'll be the one in the proving ground now, hunting down that GP victory against one of the absolute hardest-hitting heavyweights in the history of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, stick with us. After these messages, we will be bringing you the final of GP Prague.